The story you're about to see is a big fat lie. No names have been changed to protect anybody.
There's no sports league unlike it anywhere in the world, where cartoons and football come together. This is the United States Cartoon Football League, celebrating its 40th anniversary.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And now, the USCFL Network, in association with YouTube, presents the USCFL Postgame Show. Here's once again is Robbie Graham.
Greetings, cartoon and football fans. This is Robbie Graham of the USCFL Network, bringing you the action from Week 2 of the USCFL's 40th anniversary season. So far, this year has gotten off to a great start. 4 games played, 4 games that were exciting. The other half of Round 1 should be just as exciting. After a brief pause, we will talk about and present the highlights of Game 3 between the Disney All-Stars and the Modern Cartoon All-Stars from New York. Welcome back. Some might think that the title game, now called the Disney Bowl, would have Disney play in it year in and year out. For one thing, that would be unfair, of course, but that doesn't mean that they don't have a shot for it either. In 2018, Disney played in the inaugural Disney Bowl as the visiting team in their own stadium, for which that never happened before. In Game 3, Disney took on the Modern Cartoon All-Stars, in which a close game turned into a rout. For the record, the Modern Cartoon All-Stars features any character that was created or presented after 1990 that either Disney, Hanna-Barbera, Warner Brothers, or any other production company had not created on their own. Disney struck first with a Little Maid field goal. Sailor Moon answered back with a field goal of her own to tie the game 3-3 after the first quarter. Under 9 minutes left in the second quarter, Mickey Mouse found Kim Possible in the end zone to go up 10-3. Sailor Moon's second field goal closed the gap 10-6 at halftime. Just as the second half began, the modern team took the lead and never looked back. First, Sonic the Hedgehog found Knuckles for an 85-yard touchdown reception, the longest so far this season, to go up 13-10. Then Mickey Mouse threw his second touchdown pass of the game to Minnie Mouse from 68 yards out to go up 17-13. It was from that moment on that the modern team would hold on with another Sonic to Knuckles touchdown pass, and with another Sailor Moon field goal, the modern team was on top 23-17 at the end of the third quarter. A Kyle Broflovsky touchdown run from 39 yards out, and with a failed two-point conversion, the modern team led 29-17 at the start of the fourth quarter. A fourth Sailor Moon field goal extended the lead 32-17. All Disney could get was a second Little Mermaid field goal, and with a third connection from Sonic to Knuckles, the modern team won 39-20. Knuckles was the player of the game. As for the stats for the game, beginning with Disney, Mickey Mouse was 16 of 28 for 263 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Buzz Lightyear carried the ball 31 times for 113 yards. Kim Possible finished with 6 receptions for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. Aladdin had 8 tackles, and Ariel finished with 8 points. For the modern team, Sonic was 21 of 29 for 298 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Kyle Broflovsky finished with 30 carries for 181 yards and 1 touchdown. Knuckles finished with 8 receptions for 190 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jessie of the Pokemon series had 9 tackles, 10 assists, and 1 interception, with Sailor Moon scoring 15 points. And here is how the highlights looked on screen. The modern team will continue to have home field advantage for round 2, while Disney will play on the road. After a brief pause, we will talk about and present the highlights of Game 4 between the Sci-Fi All-Stars and the Fox All-Stars from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, come on in, boys. Let's have another beer.
On the corner where the gang will always meet, where the jukebox music makes you pat your feet. In the middle of the evening when spirits are gay, the fat bartender you will hear him say, "Shut up and drink your beer. There's a man asleep beneath the table in the rear. Shut up and drink your beer. It's time to have another."
Welcome back. In Game 4, the Sci-Fi All-Stars and the Fox All-Stars played in the closest game so far this season. It truly was a seesaw battle in Carolina. After a Millhouse field goal, Bart Simpson found Philip J. Fry of Futurama in the end zone from 19 yards out to go up 10-0. Then the Sci-Fi All-Stars closed the gap with a touchdown run by backup running back Uhura of Star Trek to go up 10-7 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Han Solo of Star Wars gave the Sci-Fi All-Stars the lead, along with a touchdown pass from Xena to Princess Leia to go up 21-10. A second Millhouse field goal cut the deficit to 21-13 at halftime. In the third quarter, Bart Simpson threw his second touchdown pass to Lana Kane of Archer, but with a failed conversion. Fox trailed 21-19. Jason Lee Scott of the Power Rangers put up a field goal to lead 24-19 at the end of the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Bart Simpson connected with his sister Lisa from 35 yards out, and with a successful conversion, Fox retook the lead 27-24. With about 8 minutes left to go, the Sci-Fi All-Stars cut the lead to just 1 point thanks to a safety, the first of the season, and trailed 27-26. Millhouse ended the game with a 37-yard field goal as Fox won 30-26. Fox will have home field advantage while the Sci-Fi All-Stars will play on the road in round 2. As for the stats, beginning with the Sci-Fi All-Stars, Xena went 22 of 33 for 264 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Han Solo caught the ball 34 times for 179 yards and 1 touchdown. Kimberly Hart of the Power Rangers caught 5 passes for just 61 yards. Goldar, also of the Power Rangers, had 6 tackles and 4 assists. Jason Lee Scott finished with 6 points. For Fox, Bart Simpson was 20 of 28 for just 159 yards, but threw 3 touchdown passes. Philip J. Fry carried the ball 31 times for 111 yards. Lisa Simpson caught 6 passes for 76 yards and 1 touchdown. Bender Rodriguez of Futurama had 8 tackles, 6 assists, and 1 sack, with Millhouse Van Houten finishing with just 10 points. Bobby Hill of King of the Hill was the game MVP with 7 tackles. And here is how the highlights looked on screen. After one final pause, we will preview next week's games along with the answer to last week's trivia question and this week's trivia question. Welcome back. Now for the answer to last week's trivia question. We asked which of the following events, all happening in 1981, happened after the USCFL's inception. If you guessed the assassination of Egyptian President Anwar Sadat, you are right. I mentioned that the first ever USCFL game was played on October 1st, 1981. The assassination of President Sadat happened on October 6, 1981. As for the other answers, the American hostages were freed from Iran on January 20th, the same day Ronald Reagan was sworn in as president. The first space shuttle mission happened on April 12th, and the launching of MTV happened on August 1st, with the first music video being Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. And now for this week's trivia question. As of the date this video was made, The Simpsons set a milestone with more than 700 episodes produced. It's by far the most by an American primetime show, live action or animated, but it's not the most. The most episodes for an animated series goes to Pokemon. The category for this question is, I've made more episodes than you. The degree of difficulty is pro, meaning it's general knowledge, not easy, not hard. The question is, as of the date this video was made, how many episodes has been made for the Pokemon series? Is the correct answer A, more than 900 episodes, B, more than 1,100 episodes, C, more than 1,200 episodes, or D, more than 1,300 episodes? We'll have the answer for you next week. And that's it for week 2 of the USCFL's 40th anniversary season. Next week we'll present 2 games in which all 4 quarterbacks took their respective teams to a combined 15 USCFL championships and 10 championship game MVP awards. We'll have the highlights of Game 5 between Daphne Blake and the Hanna-Barbera All-Stars against She-Ra and the defending champion Filmation All-Stars from Richmond, Virginia, for which Hanna-Barbera was supposed to have hosted this game, is boycotting playing in Atlanta this season. And the highlights of Game 6 from San Francisco, as Charlie Brown and the comic strip All-Stars takes on Woody Woodpecker and the classic cartoon All-Stars. The opponents for Disney Bowl 3 are playing next week. And until next Sunday, this is Robbie Graham of the USCFL Network wishing you peace. Take care and stay safe.